पैसा वर्ड सोच के ही रियल एस्टेट में एंट्री की थी? हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम चिराग लकी सरानी एंड वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ स्पॉटलाइट विद चिराग। बट एक जब सेलिब्रिटी लेता है वो क्या पॉइंट सोच के घर लेता है?
उनका रिक्वायरमेंट डिफरेंट होता है।
माय टुडेज गेस्ट इज मिस्टर हुसैन ललानी, a grounded, experienced and a highly respected leader in Lalani Group. बट आप बाकी एरियाज में भी हो, यूर इन अंधेरी, गोरेगांव, जोगेश्वरी, तो ये एरिया का मार्केट एंड बैंड्रा कितना डिफरेंस है?
The minute you actually go in the suburbs, it becomes a very price sensitive market.
एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं आज के टाइम पे अगर एप्रिसिएशन की बात करूँ, विच एरियाज गिव यू बेटर रिटर्न? वी विल लर्न फ्रॉम हिम अबाउट रियल एस्टेट बिजनेस, मुंबई रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टमेंट टिप्स एंड लॉट मोर। ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट पे आपका क्या कुछ पॉइंट्स रहेगा उसके ऊपर?
The traffic point is getting from bad to worst.
तो हुसैन भाई, आज के टाइम पे अगर कोई बायर है, ही हैज 2 CR एंड ही इज प्लानिंग कि मेरे को प्रॉपर्टी लंबे टाइम के लिए खरीदनी है एंड बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए, सो वेयर ही शुड परचेज हिज प्रॉपर्टी?
With that kind of investment of 2 crores, I think starting from
2 BHK आज 550 स्क्वायर फीट कार है, वो तो बहुत कॉम्पैक्ट हो गया। तो उसके ऊपर आपके क्या व्यूज? बैंड्रा इज स्टिल ऑन अ प्रीमियम साइड?
I don't know. I think Bandra's a vibe. There is some novelty in Bandra. I think it's just favored by the gods. I think I don't know what.
कॉस्ट की जब बात आती है, रियल एस्टेट में आज प्रॉफिट्स है,
Nobody will do work without profits.
तो उसको क्या पॉइंट्स याद रखने चाहिए बिफोर पेइंग अ टोकन टू अ रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर?
I think
आपने तो प्रोजेक्ट फाइनल भी कर लिया होगा, लिटिगेशन तो पहले आपको दिखाई होगा ना कि प्रोजेक्ट में लिटिगेशन है, तो आफ्टर काम चालू होने के 1 साल के बाद कैसे लिटिगेशन आता है?
सर, हमारी कंट्री में कोई भी लिटिगेशन क्रिएट कर सकता है। अगर आपको भी करना है तो आप कर सकते हैं।
देयर विल बी अ मार्केट क्रैश in next 1 year 2 years because of the supply. You are a developer, आपका क्या point of view रहेगा? Also, this episode is powered by Kalpatru Doors and Plywood, India's #1 door manufacturing brand. And now, let's dive into the incredible journey. So, हुसैन भाई, thank you आज आपका टाइम देने के लिए for my show called Spotlight with Chirag. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि आज आपसे मौका मिल रहा है आपके इंडस्ट्री के बारे में जानने का, आपके बारे में जानने का। ग्लैड यू आर हियर सर।
Thank you so much, Chirag. I'm also very happy to be here. I know I've been dodging this for quite some time, but I'm actually very happy to be here.
टेंशन मत लीजिए, आज आपका दिन अच्छा जाएगा।
Thank you so much.
तो हुसैन भाई, चलो अगर इंडस्ट्री रियल एस्टेट के बारे में बात समझूँ, आज आप कहाँ पर भी चले जाओ, यू गो टू एवरी लेन, आप किन से भी बात करो, हर कोई रियल एस्टेट की बात करता है। और रियल एस्टेट के साथ में एक बहुत बड़ा वर्ड जुड़ता है जो कि है पैसा। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो आपने पैसा वर्ड सोच के ही रियल एस्टेट में एंट्री की थी, कैसा रहा था आपका वो जर्नी?
I think for this I can say yes and no. Initially, though, I think I did not think of joining construction. I think I'm a finance major with a minor in global business. I studied in the US. I was actually very happy working in the US with Ingersoll Rand, where I started the work. And initially, I didn't think that I would actually come and join this business. But yes, in the heart of things, like, you know, you've grown up in a business family, right? So you're very, like, automatically, I think, वो एक subconscious तो रहता है कि eventually you want to get into the family business or you want to do your own work and business. That's the reason we studied commerce and business at that point of time. I think somewhere a few years after I took up work, I actually came down to Mumbai for a holiday. And I think I had seen this one project of Dad's, which I had seen on paper. And when we came here, that project was completed. I got a chance to visit the project and I actually saw all the families moving in. And I think, you know, to see the project from zero to, like, you know, completed with all these happy families there, it was like a very nice feeling, you know, something that kind of said, oh, you know what, is so amazing. You know, you can actually create something from start, like from the inception to actually complete the project. And roti, kapda, makan, these are the 3 most important things for all the families in India, right? Everybody's striving really hard to, you know, make that money and, you know, get into their own home. So I think somewhere there that kind of, you know, got me thinking, and, you know, I said, you know, let me come back. And also at that point in time, I thought that India, it was the right time where I think India was growing. I think this is around 2002, 2003, where, you know, I could see that there was a great potential. By coming back, there was good opportunity. The economies were also getting better. And that's kind of what pushed me to come back.
तो सर, जैसे आपने बताया कि रियल एस्टेट में आए, इट्स अ फैमिली बिजनेस, तो डैड से बहुत मार तो पड़ी होगी स्टार्टिंग में, जब रियल एस्टेट में आए, कुछ गलतियां की होगी तो?
Yeah, so I think I still remember the first year when I came in. It was like my dad had a cabin in which he had an extra seat created for me. So I actually, every day that I came, I only had to observe. I was just sitting next to him and observing what was going on, whether it was a land deal or talking to the customers, or whether it was anything for legal. I just observed. I think I learned a lot, because I think आप कितना भी पढ़ाई कर लो, the practical knowledge that you get when you're on, like in any business, yeah,
Yes.
or any field, it's like amazing. I mean, you know what, हम सबको लगता है कि हमने पढ़ाई करके बहुत सारी अचीवमेंट कर लिए, बट जो प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज होता है वो दैट इज़ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट. सो आई थिंक it was like a very good thing that dad was there with me, guiding me and teaching me, and that's how my whole journey started.
सो बट अगर डैड का बोलो, एक इमोशनल बॉन्ड तो रहता ही है.
Yes.
प्लस ये बिजनेस,
Yeah.
तो कहाँ पर कभी करेक्शंस कराया उन्होंने? कॉन्फ्लिक्ट तो बहुत हुए रहेंगे
Of
ऐसे
course
टाइम
hota hai. See, emotions, see, it is business, doing any business with your family member, emotions are always involved. But that is not a weakness, that is more of a strength that we should stay. And in the larger interest of the company, you always look at how to get better and how to learn. So somewhere you have to kind of, when you are at work, you have to respect the boundaries of what your responsibilities are, what the other people's responsibilities are. And at that point in time, I was just learning, right? So for me, everything was something that I'm learning from him every day. Our perception of कि हमारे को ये पता है, but जब हम practically काम करते हैं and we get somebody who's got 30 years of experience teaching us, that's when your mind opens up and you start learning. So you have to be open to these changes at that point in time.
सर रियल एस्टेट में जैसे आपने पता फाइनेंस ही आपका मेन कोर रहा है, बट इफ एनीबडी हु वांट्स टू एंटर रियल एस्टेट बिजनेस, नॉलेज हर एक चीज़ की होनी ज़रूरी है, और यू हैव पीपल टू हैंडल अदर वर्क?
See, आपके पास कितने भी लोग हर एक डिपार्टमेंट में होते हैं. See, for me, I can share my example and my this. So when I joined the business, my brother was also along here with me, and when we started business, like when I joined the company in 2002, my initial first 6 months was just sitting with dad, sitting with the architect, understanding what plans are, because I was not an architect, I was a business major, right? So for me to learn all the different aspects was very important. So he made me sit down with the architect for a while. He made me sit in all the meetings. So whether it was business development, whether it was architecture, also attending all meetings with the legal. So that's how you learn everything. And it takes, it's a process. And I think this is what helped me understand. Shamshu, my brother, was always handling construction at that point in time. So we had a role segregated. And only after Shamshu moved out from this business to US, where he is now also doing construction, that's when I actually got more detailed into construction. So even though you have your people working for you, it is very important that you get knowledge of everything, whether it's engineering, architecture, finance. These, it has to be a businessman, especially construction related and construction field. You have to have knowledge of everything.
सो आपको सर ऐसा एक प्रोजेक्ट याद है जब आप रियल एस्टेट में एंट्री की थी, वन दैट प्रोजेक्ट जो आपने पूरा टेक ओवर किया आपके स्टार्टिंग के टाइम पे?
So I think after I came back, वो टाइम पे we had just purchased a land. I think after learning for a little bit, वो 6 महीना 7 महीना 8 महीना, of course there was a lot of hand holding. First project I didn't start by myself, like focus completely by myself. It was like dad was also with me, my brother was also with me. We had our divided roles in that. But yeah, that is the project which actually gave me quite a lot of experience, I would say, because उसमें मुझे काफ़ी सीखने मिला. Everything from legal to acquisition to litigation. No, sorry, there was no litigation in that at that point of time, but other things also, like everything from construction, contracts, MEP, everything we learned on that project.
Which was this project?
This was a project in Bandra. It was called Royal Minor that we started, and Bandra was very popular. Like it was easy to sell in Bandra at that point of time, and rates were also not as high as what it is right now. But yeah, Bandra was popular because people wanted to buy apartments in the same building. CRZ था वो time पे, तो इतनी FSI नहीं थी वो time पे. And this was a standalone bungalow that we bought, demolished and rebuilt. So this was the project. और इसमें category, I remember that we had two celebrities who actually were trying to get the same flat. And we had two projects going on simultaneously at that point in time. One was under construction, which was just completed. And the other one, this Royal Minor, is what we had started right now. So I remember both of them, I don't want to name them right now, but both the celebrities had come for this one apartment in this building, Royal Minor, and they wanted this apartment. And they really liked this. But it was not possible to sell to both of them. And I was like very clear, whoever gives me the token first will be like getting the flat. And I remember that one of them came in the morning and gave the token first.
Okay.
And when the other one came, they said, no, I want that apartment only. I said, you told me to come at this time. And the other one landed up a little bit earlier. So that is not something I can control, right? And in that situation. So I still remember talking to both of them, selling one flat in this building and selling the other flat in the other building. I actually convinced
Okay.
them to buy the ready flat in the other building, and both of them still hold that flat. I am in touch with one of them, and who's still a friend and is still very happy with that apartment and without any issues.
तो सर जस्ट अभी जैसे आपने बताया कि आपने सेलिब्रिटीज़ को भी घर बेचा है, अगर एक नॉर्मल आदमी घर लेता है उसका वे ऑफ बाइंग एंड परचेजिंग अ प्रॉपर्टी इज़ डिफरेंट, बट एक जब सेलिब्रिटी लेता है वो क्या पॉइंट सोच के घर लेता है आज के टाइम पे?
See, I think जिस हिसाब से I have dealt with a couple of them, a few of them, it's very simple. Basically, see, उनका requirement different होता है. I mean, when a normal family is buying a house, they want a 2 bedroom के by for the child and this. And if the celebrity is buying it, they will look for more open spaces. They want to ensure that the living room is really large. If there's a 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom, they want to have a walk-in closet. They want to create that space. They want to keep a little office space, so in case if they have a meeting or something, they can take it. So those requirements are different.
So even celebrity negotiates?
Of course, everybody negotiates.
Okay.
Everybody wants to save money, right?
yes. बांद्रा में आपने प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किया था, बट आप बाकी एरियाज में भी हो, यू आर इन अंधेरी, गोरेगांव, जोगेश्वरी, तो ये एरिया का मार्केट एंड बांद्रा कितना डिफरेंस है?
So I'll tell you what, the minute you actually go in the suburbs, it becomes a very price sensitive market because, I think people always work in a budget. Like, I think where people are in Bandra Khars and like Bandra Khars specifically in that micro market, or like, going to South Bombay where, there are some how do I say, micro markets. I mean, people are willing to, they want to live in the same area. So they want to, make sure that the family, like the kids are not too far or mom and dad are not too far, so they will try to buy in the same area. And when they're doing that, people have a larger budget and it's easier to sell to them because then there is no like negotiations on like small bits. They are more open to if it's good amenities, good view, and they pay a little premium for all of that stuff.
ट्रू. एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं आज के टाइम पे अगर एप्रिसिएशन की बात करूँ, which areas give you better returns?
I'll tell you what, I mean, there is no particular area which will give you better returns, but if you look at the infrastructure happening in a city, I can tell you that somewhere in the long run, when the infrastructure is completed, whether it's the metros and the coastal road, I feel Andheri, Goregaon, especially when the connector, where the coastal road connectors are, giving you the exits, I think those areas, especially like Versova, Andheri West, all those areas will have more impact. Even further down at Goregaon, where entry and exit points are easy. Because see what happened, I think commute will become very easy. So people would want to live closer to the entry and exits of these coastal road points, and that will lead to better rates in that particular areas.
Okay. तो आपने बताया अंधेरी.
It could also be Juhu. It could also be like, of course, Bandra Khar is already picking up now because of the coastal road connectivity. Going to town is like 20 minutes. That used to take us 1 hour before. So similarly, when Versova is done, Juhu connectors are done, Andheri connectors are done, Goregaon connectors are done. So all that area, just when you exit, that particular areas will hold a little better value.
सो बट अभी देखना चाहिए, अब बिल्डिंग्स बहुत कंस्ट्रक्ट हो रही है. इफ़ यू सी अंधेरी, हमने गोरेगांव की बात की, ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट पे आपका क्या कुछ पॉइंट्स रहेगा उसके ऊपर?
See, as you know that I think every day our city, I mean, it's getting from, like, traffic point is getting from bad to worst. Every time I want to go from here to my site to Goregaon, there is no time limit, or like coming back, there's no time. Sometimes we estimate 1 hour, but it'll be 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And that could also be a factor. Is it because of the so much construction happening, infrastructure construction bolo, metro bolo. So, and plus the cars, every day we are seeing more and more new models of cars, more cars on the road. So that is going to be a perpetual problem. But I think maybe after the metros are done, and maybe when the coastal roads are done, I think this traffic should ease out. Because what will happen is, right now we have one central connectivity through either SV road or through the Western Express Highway. Then we'll get another road, which is the coastal road, and that might ease out the traffic in the local areas. Like, especially if you see now the coastal road. Earlier, when you used to travel from town to like Breach Candy and Bandra, that roads used to be super crowded, right? But now with the coastal road happening, those areas have eased out. So something like that, we will see those effects in these other areas also, like suburbs.
तो सेन भाई आज के टाइम पे अगर कोई बायर है, ही हैज़ 2 CR, ही इज़ थिंकिंग अ बजट कि मेरा 2 करोड़ का बजट है एंड ही इज़ प्लानिंग कि मेरे को प्रॉपर्टी लंबे टाइम के लिए खरीदनी है, खुद के लिए खरीदनी है एंड बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए, सो वेयर ही शुड परचेज हिज प्रॉपर्टी.
See, I think with that kind of investment of 2 crores, I think starting from South Bombay to Bandra Khar would be not a very good idea. But I think if you look at the western suburbs, whether you look at Andheri, Goregaon, Kandivali, Borivali, all those sites, better because see, because of the metros and because of the coastal road, the connectivity is getting better. So those are the areas where I think ये investment में you'll get some good homes also, and you might see a good incremental appreciation there.
कितना परसेंट हो सकता है अप्रोक्स 3 साल का पकड़ के चले तो एवरेज
See,
कि 3 कम बोल दिया
there's a lot of stock coming in into the market, so we cannot pinpoint an exact number. But agar you buy like smart investments in a good developer project, good quality, good amenities, also like close to the infrastructure, whether it's a Western Express highway and the coastal road exit, I think easily between about 15 to 20% आपको appreciation मिलना चाहिए.
ओके. तो अब जैसे घर की जब बातें हो रही है, पहले एक ऐसा टाइम था बिफोर कोविड पीपल यूज्ड टू से 1 BHK टाइप, बट आफ्टर कोविड पीपल आर अपग्रेडिंग देमसेल्फ, दे आर प्लानिंग टू गो फॉर 2 BHK, बट द लेआउट्स हैव बिकम स्मॉल. 2 BHK आज 550 स्क्वायर फीट का आ रहा है, वो तो बहुत कॉम्पैक्ट हो गया. तो उसके ऊपर आपके क्या व्यूज़ रहेंगे?
I think what has happened is, I think over the years after COVID, lot of factors have affected the costing for a project. I think since we all know that I think at least 40 to 45% of every project cost is basically going to the government for premiums, fungible FSI, then there's land cost. If you notice that after COVID, even the construction cost has gone very high, right? So all these factors have taken the construction cost very high. Margins of the builders have gone less. Now, if we want to still fit it in the budget, at the same time, income of the people have not gone up that much. So if you look at the it's a catch-22 situation, right? Though the developers want to bring the cost down, somewhere that is not possible. At the same time, the demand for the buyers is that what they wanted in a particular budget, and that's the reason these flat, especially in the suburbs, these units are getting smaller. आप जितना बैंड्रा खार में आ जाओ तो आज भी you're getting 3, 4, 5 BHK people are making, is because here people are not buying with budgets, and people who are selling here are now moving further out. So that's the reason this shift in square footage.
बट सर आप जैसे अपने बैंड्रा की बात की, बिफोर बैंड्रा वॉज टू डिफरेंट. आज के टाइम पे अगर आप गाड़ी लेके बैंड्रा घूमो, कंजेस्टेड है, बट
Very
स्टिल पीपल, वाई बैंड्रा इज स्टिल ऑन अ प्रीमियम साइड?
I don't know. I think Bandra's a vibe. I don't know. I'm telling you, I've lived here practically, I think, majority of my life. But of course, Bandra was very different when I was younger. We had, better open spaces, and in terms of the road infrastructure was better. Itni gaadiyan nahi thi, and I mean, commute was easier. Now, if you look at the last 5 to 10 years, and so much construction. Oh, because earlier CRZ nahi tha. Now CRZ opened up. There's so much construction happening. Now, all these factors have led, it is gotten congested, but at the same time, there is some novelty in Bandra. I think it's just favored by the gods, I think. I don't know what.
Okay.
But if you see there's the best restaurants around in Bandra Khar, I think there was some recent research that I was reading about Zomato, which said the maximum amount of orders and restaurants that do business is Bandra Khar area. I think they had some research. So somewhere or the other, I think even people from, like all my friends from South Bombay, all want to come. There's Bougie Cafe here. There's Farmers Cafe here. There's so many nice restaurants and, these small cozy places. We also have these small Chuim village, the Ranbar village, all of these places, So somewhere I think that charm is still holding on to people,
ओके. तो मैंने बहुत पढ़ा, कंजेस्टेड है, बट बैंड्रा किसी को नहीं छोड़ना है.
If you ask me also, I think, what it used to take me like 10 minutes to reach office from home, now it takes me sometimes 20, 25 minutes. And sometimes coming back only 2 kilometers takes me like 30, 35 minutes. So, I mean, you're right, because all these streets are narrow, cars have increased, parking on one side, narrow streets, traffic on both sides. Of course, this is going to happen.
True.
So, unless everybody decides कि चलो अभी बैंड्रा छोड़ के कहाँ और जाना है, and I don't see that happening. Construction, if you see now with CRZ opening up,
Yes.
Mount Mary, Bandstand, Pali Hill, all these areas are all having, I don't think that there is any area left where construction not happening. I think everywhere there are, every street there is like every alternate buildings getting constructed, so it is going to get more congested,
ओके
but still people are still going to buy it.
बाय एनी चांस लगता है जू जिस हिसाब से डेवलपमेंट कर रहा है, यूल सी वर्सोवा, ये कब भी किल करेगा बैंड्रा का भाई?
uh, See, I'll tell you what. Juhu and Warsaw are also getting very favored because of the coastal road coming in. You know, like bigger plots on that side. So I think somewhere or the other, balance to ho hi jayega. I think, you know, there will be some people who will feel, "Arey, Banta's getting very congested. Let's go to the next place, whether it's Khar, then go to Santa Cruz or Juhu." So yes, of course.
ओके
But I don't see that it's going to create that much of a problem. But yes, there could be some shifts.
ओके सर, अभी जैसे एग्जांपल डेवलपमेंट मुंबई में हर जगह पे हो रहा है, हम देख रहे हैं एवरी एरिया देयर इज अ रीडेवलपमेंट थिंग हैपनिंग. तो कॉस्ट की जब बात आती है, रियल एस्टेट में आज प्रॉफिट्स है?
See, nobody will do work without profits. But if you look at it, the margins, yes, they have gone thin. I don't think there's even one developer that starts a project thinking that I'm going to make this much money, he ever makes it, because of the fact that there's always cost escalation, time overruns. And I think whatever people think about, that money never comes. It's always lesser than what you think. And margins have become very thin overall. So it's more of a volume game than, you know, just margins game. But you can definitely look at some areas which are micro markets, as you said, whether it is like maybe Nepean Sea Road or whether it's like Bandra. Sometimes, you know, there is a requirement of Bandra, Khar, Santa Cruz, where you will see that some of these people will pay more in these just to live in this area. So
Okay.
other than that, if you look at it overall, yes.
सो एज अ बायर अगर आप बता सकते, बिकॉज अभी इतने सारे न्यू डेवलपर्स आ रहे हैं मार्केट में रीडेवलपमेंट्स की तरफ से, तो एज अ बायर इफ एनीवन हु इज़ अ न्यू इन्वेस्टर और यू कैन से इज अ फर्स्ट टाइम बायर, तो उसको क्या पॉइंट्स याद रखने चाहिए बिफोर पेइंग अ टोकन टू अ रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर?
So yeah, that is a very interesting point. If you see people from Bangalore, people from Delhi, all of these guys are now wanting to,
Yes.
you know, do projects in Mumbai. You've seen so many big groups come
Yes.
and, you know, start projects here. So Mumbai is a very like attractive market somehow, and that is attracting all these big developers. Good projects are coming up now. If you ask me from a investor or a customer perspective, it's very important for them to do a little research on the project before they invest. Of course, see that the project is RERA registered. Second, I think even when they see the RERA registered product, just see the title of the property. See if there's any caveats where, you know, they said there are some court cases going on. And I would also say that also look if the projects are approved by good banks like ICICI, HDFC, because when the banks get in and they approve your project for home loans, they will definitely do all the research and they will go through whether it's legal due diligence or any other due diligence that is possible. So that kind of gives you a little bit more security there.
तो सर आज के टाइम पे अगर कोई बायर है, ही वांट्स टू परचेज अ प्रॉपर्टी, जैसे हमने बात की ब्रांड रेप्यूटेड बिल्डर, तो उसको रेप्यूटेड बिल्डर के यहाँ पर प्रॉपर्टी लेने के बारे में ज़्यादा सोचना चाहिए, या एनी न्यू डेवलपर हु हैज़ डन recently 1-2 projects he would have completed, so where he should buy?
So I think normally when you look at what happens in the market is like, I think if there is a reputed developer in with a legacy, with a credibility of 30-40 years, I think people do give them a preference. But if you look at in today's market, all the way, I mean, as far as I know, there's so many new developers who have come in. A lot of people have jumped industries from some other industry. They've come to construction. They have a lot of funding, you know, and they want to, and they're doing good quality products. So I think somewhere I feel that it's a very customer centric approach in terms of they have to do a proper research to understand whether I should pay a little bit more for the branded developers, or if there's a new developer coming in, they're doing a good project, it's a good location, good amenities, and, you know, either they're at the same value or less, and then figure out a little bit, and a research will have to be done on that. Nobody can just say yes, but I think both of them are selling, and it has been like this. But what will happen is eventually, if the market has oversupply, that's when I think the branded developers will probably sell better than the other ones.
Okay.
Or somebody who has been there 40 years, 50 years in the market.
राइट नाउ चलो अभी हमने बायर का अंडरस्टैंड किया, वी अंडरस्टूड अबाउट इन्वेस्टमेंट, अभी हम बिल्डर पेन पॉइंट्स की तरफ से आते हैं, वेयर यू कैन आंसर अबाउट योर लाइफ जर्नी या कुछ। तो अभी इस पे मतलब मेरा ये टॉपिक था कि अगर बाय चांस व्हाई अ रियल स्टेट डेवलप अ प्रोजेक्ट डिले क्यों होता है, व्हाट आर रीजंस कब प्रोजेक्ट डिले होता हो?
I think majority of the situation, some litigation, some title related issues, or contractor related issue. See, today, if I talk about today's market, I think first of all, I think it takes, by the time you buy a land and you start construction, I think just to get permissions anywhere there's a lag of about 1 to 1.5 year. Any developer that assumes कि भाई जल्दी हो जाएगा, and sometimes those don't come on time. Sometimes permissions don't come on time. You know, the BMC will. It's not anybody's fault, but what happens is due to some rules or regulation or new changes in rules or regulation, like beach mein everything was like open spaces were allowed to go on the podium. Now then the new rule and regulation came in where uh, you have to have it on Mother Earth and you can't
Mother
do it on the podium. So it got a lot of builders into like a soup. Like, you know, I mean, there's nothing they could have done because the rule changed overnight and people have already bought the projects, already planned it, put it up for approvals, but they did not get approvals after that. So similarly, sometimes it's not the developer's fault and it is the situation that is created, which kind of leads to these delays. But lately, I think there's so much construction going on that I think a developer is also very dependent on their contractors, material, elevators. So like sometimes I know that recently there was a shortage in elevator, not shortage, but what happens is you place an order, the elevator company will tell you 4 months, and then they will not deliver on time. So all these factors play a major role.
चेन रिएक्शन रहता है
Yes.
आपके लिए वहाँ पे। बस जैसे आपने लिटिगेशन की बात की पहले, आपने तो प्रोजेक्ट फाइनल भी कर लिया होगा। लिटिगेशन तो पहले आपको दिखाई होगा ना कि प्रोजेक्ट में लिटिगेशन है, तो आफ्टर काम चालू होने के 1 साल के बाद कैसे लिटिगेशन आता है उसमें?
सर, हमारी कंट्री में कोई भी लिटिगेशन क्रिएट कर सकता है। अगर
ओके,
आपको भी करना है तो आप कर सकते हो। इट इज़ फॉर
ओके,
मी टू प्रूव दैट द लिटिगेशन इज़ नॉट राइट और रॉन्ग एंड देन गो टू द कोर्ट। सो समटाइम्स दीज़ अनफोर्सीन सर्कमस्टेंसेस हैपन।
ओके। और आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्टर की बात की, ऐसा क्या आपका एग्जांपल रहा है कभी आपके साथ हुआ है?
Oh yes,
कॉन्ट्रैक्टर के
of
चक्कर में
course,
आपका प्रोजेक्ट डिले हो गया?
of course. So in one of my commercial projects recently, where you're probably sitting in the same office here that we are doing, this project has been delayed a little bit because of the fact that the contractor's time bound project था, but उन्होंने, because of the plot being a little small and his own issues, he took up a lot of work and this project got slightly delayed. Now the thing is, I could have changed the contractor in between, but then sometimes you give them the leak, okay, catch up, get it done, and then in that situation, it comes to a stage when a new contractor will not come in. This is अभी इतना ही काम बाकी है, इसको खत्म करो. And no matter how much you're ready to pay them on time and you're making the payments to them, these guys have labor issues. And I would say sometimes it's not their fault also, because lately there's so much construction activity going on and a lot of skilled laborers का shortage है, और जिसकी वजह से ये problems create होती है.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to keep all these things into effect. And luckily we haven't sold anything in this project. We plan to create this as a commercial building which is going to be rented out. So we're okay. If this project was something that I'd sold, yes, of course it would become a problem for me.
ओके। तो अभी आप जैसे बताया कि ये प्रोजेक्ट आप रेंट पे करोगे, तो दिस इज सोल योर कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट।
Yes.
तो कमर्शियल पे क्या बेट है आपका फॉर नेक्स्ट 4 to 5 years?
See, I think there's so much residential construction happening around, and I think businesses are growing. There's a lot of requirements. So yes, commercial is also growing. If you see in the last 5 years, not 5 years, but last 2 to 3 years, there is the balance between residential and commercial के अंदर आप देखोगे तो yes, there is a shortage of commercial spaces, and I think that is now catching up. That's why the rents have gone up. Demand is gone up. And I think people have realized that in construction now, and a lot of developers are now starting the commercial projects
ओके। और
to
आपका
bridge
ये तो
that gap.
हॉट लोकेशन पे भी है, कोई ना कोई तो ले ही लेगा।
Yes, yes, of course.
बट आपको आप मेरे को ऑफ कैमरा और एक स्टोरी बता रहे थे कि आपके दोस्त यारों ने ये प्रोजेक्ट को कमर्शियल बनाने के लिए बहुत रोका था, तो उसकी स्टोरी क्या थी?
No, I think when we were trying to do this as a commercial project, I think a lot of people said residential is more in demand in this area, in Bandarkar especially, and I think it's better to get more value from a residential perspective, because at that point in time commercial values were lower, residential was higher in Bandarkar. So I think they come from that perspective.
तो इसके चक्कर में आपने कमर्शियल पे मूव किया। तो व्हाट इज द प्राइस रेंज दैट इज गोइंग करंटली राइट नाउ इन दिस एरिया?
I think how do I mean, I think lately the price range for commercial has increased. It used to be at
Okay.
45-50,000 rupees. It went to 55,000. Now it's anywhere between 65 to 70,000 depending on the product.
ओके ऑल्सो बट आई हैव नोटिस आज के टाइम पे ज़्यादातर बिल्डर कमर्शियल प्रॉपर्टी खुद ही रेंट पे बेचने को ट्राई कर रहे हैं, दे आर नॉट सेलिंग इट.
I think all developers have seen so many of these up and down cycles that everybody wants to create a little bit of fixed income so that in case, again, there's a downturn, I mean, builders have a lot of fixed expenses, whether it's the office staff, property taxes, security expenses, they need money on a constant basis, right? No matter how many projects you're doing, there's always a cash flow issue. So I think this is something where they want to create these fixed income for a cash flow, better cash flow.
तो सर आपने जैसे भी सप्लाई की बात की एंड इंटरनली सच तो थोड़ा बहुत हम सभी जानते हैं रियल एस्टेट के बारे में. बात ऐसी चल रही है मार्केट में कि देयर विल बी अ मार्केट क्रैश इन नेक्स्ट 1 year 2 years बिकॉज ऑफ द सप्लाई. यू आर अ डेवलपर, आपका क्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू रहेगा इसके ऊपर?
I don't see that there's going to be a market crash, but I will tell you that yes, the buyers have a lot of choice. A lot of projects have started, or they're going to start. I think all the consumers, and it will be a buyer's market where people want to see, and they will have choices which project to invest in or buy. So it will become very competitive. There could be slight correction, but at the same time, there is not too much margin left, because I'll tell you what, developers are also paying. Everything has increased, as I told you. The costing has increased. BMC premiums are all related to ready reckoner value. Every time the ready reckoner values are increasing, 40% of anything that we are doing is going to the government, and then there's land cost. So at the end of the day, yes, there could be slight correction, but I don't see any market crash. Second, the consumers will get a better choice in terms of they can choose which developer to go with, which project has better amenities, which project is differentiating itself from the others. So it will now become a market where developers will have to also innovate, whether it's in terms of sustainability, in terms of green buildings, in terms of technology. All these factors will play into effect, like how creative you are to think out of the box to do something different, and get the customers to buy from you. Even now you can see that market trends have changed. Pehle you used to launch a project and people used to buy. Now even if you launch the project, sales are not as fast comparatively, because there are so many projects happening. People want to see the show flat. People want to see the amenities you're giving. They want to explore more projects in the area, because every area, whether it's Andheri, Goregaon, Jogeshwari, there are so many projects coming up. So they have choices.
बट आप बोल रहे हो कि प्राइस उतना ही रहने वाला है.
No, there could be slight correction. I'm not saying that there cannot be, but what, of course, right? It also depends on the builder's capacity. If there is somebody who's overextended and doing 5 projects, and he needs funds, he could cut down the price a little bit, and that could have an impact on the market. So yes, there could be slight correction. But as you said, crash, I don't see a crash coming in, because demand in Mumbai, we are already shortage on home supplies. If you are able to give a good quality product and the pricing is right and you're not overpriced, there is a market for it.
ओके. तो सर अभी हमने मुंबई कोर इतनी सारी बातें की, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की, एज अ डेवलपर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सब समझा. आजकल और एक वर्ड मार्केट में या बोलो एक हाइप चल रहा है मुंबई 3.0. तो मुंबई 3.0 एक हाइप है या सच्ची में वहाँ पर ग्रोथ है? अभी एयरपोर्ट तो आ गया है, बट बाकी वहाँ के सराउंडिंग एरियाज के बारे में क्या रहेगा आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू?
See, I think it is very natural wherever the airport of a city comes. I think there's always growth around, because there'll be people coming in and out. Now, Mumbai itself, we are actually living in an area which has is like a concrete jungle kind of thing, right? We have less open spaces. Now, if you look at outside of Mumbai, which is Mumbai 3.0, you can definitely say that over the next 10 years, 15 years, it will develop. And there will be more opportunities coming up there. A lot of developers are buying larger piece of land, and they're getting into mid-income homes. They're getting into luxury homes. Pehle, we never knew that Panvel could also have like such a high price market. But yeah, because of the airport coming in, yes, there have been developments, large developers, like whether you could talk about Hirandandani, you can talk about Vadwas. All of them are starting projects there near Panvel and the Mumbai 3.0. I think we are also doing a project there. So I think somewhere I also see that yes, because land is still cheap there, and people are having demands where I mean, because of all these infrastructure projects coming in, the metro also going to the new airport. All these factors will definitely play a role in making that Mumbai 3.0 also, but it will take time. It's not going to happen
Okay.
overnight. And as I think you had asked me this one question: if I have a budget of 2 crores, where should I invest the money? That in the longer run. So if you look at even Dubai, the minute they announced the new airport, moving towards Jebel Ali side. And yes, the property prices in that area have gone up. Developers are focusing on that area because yes, there will be development there. So similarly in Mumbai also, I see yes, there will be. And Mumbai 3.0 is also going to grow in the next decade.
ओके। तो मैं अगर हमने मुंबई 3.0 की बात किया, आई विजिटेड फ्यू एरियाज देयर, उल्वे में गया था मैं, देन देयर इज वन एरिया कॉल्ड एज पुष्पक नगर। लास्ट 10 ईयर्स से मुझे लगता है, आई कैन बी रॉन्ग इफ यू कैन गाइड एज एन ऑडियंस, मैं ही नहीं, मतलब मेरा जो ऑडियंस है हम सब वैसे ही
Yeah.
हैं, वही सोचते हैं।
No.
तो एयरपोर्ट का लहर, एयरपोर्ट आएगा, एयरपोर्ट आएगा, एयरपोर्ट आएगा, मैं तो 10 साल से सुन रहा हूँ। मैं 2016 में उल्वे करके एक जगह है, आप तो जानते
Yes,
हैं,
of
मैं
course.
उधर विजिट किया था मैंने। तभी भी प्राइस एवरेज वो मार्केट के हिसाब से हाई थे। अभी मैं रिसेंटली गया था, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उतना स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं लगता मुझे। रेलवे स्टेशन आ गया है, सब है। क्या वो लोगों ने हाइप इंटरनली एयरपोर्ट के हिसाब से खुद से बना के रखी है?
See, I'll tell you what, if you look at Powai at some point in time, right, when Mr. Hiranandani took that nobody was going into that area. And that infrastructure was created, right? So similarly, I think in these areas, if you look at it, पहले आप बोल रहे थे एयरपोर्ट नहीं था या आने वाला था. अब we know that the airport is come. We know that the first test flight is done. We know that sooner or later, within the next 6 months, this will start. Also, the metro connectivity from the old airport to the new airport will also be done. So many new infrastructure projects are coming on. The Virar corridor also, Virar Panvel, that corridor is coming. I feel that yes, in the near future, that area will develop. I'm not saying it will happen in 2 years, but if you look at a larger time frame of the next 10 years, yes, of course. And I think how people have made money in Mumbai before, this is a good opportunity where you can invest smaller ticket size also, which can grow.
तो उनके पास भी आगे स्टोरी
Yes,
रहेगी
yes.
कि अगर मेरे दादाजी ने उल्वे में 2 करोड़ डाले रहते, आज मैं बहुत अमीर होता। जो लोग बैंड्रा के बारे में बात करते हैं।
I'm not going to say like, okay, like maybe the same story will repeat, but yes, there will be
Okay.
good appreciation.
Okay.
And I mean, let's be realistic, right?
Yes.
There was a time when people have made a lot of money in Bandra, Khar, Santa Cruz, or like in the past where they have invested into projects, but that has now become very realistic, and it has averaged out.
True.
People don't make a lot of. So now people are also more informed. There's so many new developers come in. Pehle stocks kamti hote the. Now FSI is opened up. There's so much stock coming up everywhere. Even in these areas, right? If say earlier there was 1 or 2 developers doing, now we've got 20 developers doing projects because it's opened up for everybody. So of course there will be appreciation, but don't expect what it was 20 years ago or 15 years
लाइक
ago.
द ओल्ड आर्टिकल्स जब आते हैं, बैंड्रा में प्लॉट मिल रहा है 4 रुपए,
Yeah.
5 रुपए, तो उस हिसाब से।
नहीं, but अभी भी आप देखने जाओ तो there is still potential, right? I mean, if you
True.
look at buying a house in Panvel side or Ulve side, I think अभी भी वो 5-6 हज़ार रुपए पर स्क्वायर फुट के ब्रैकेट में है.
Okay.
And construction cost is very high.
Yes.
Land cost is there. So there is still potential where I think if people invest that area. And also now the new thing is started is like in these areas where there's more open land, people are doing plotting. People,
Yes.
after COVID, people want to have a second home closer to Mumbai. So I mean, आप कहाँ पे भी 1-1.5 घंटे में पहुंच जाओ, दैट इज अ गुड एरिया. सो इफ यू लुक एट पनवेल से करजत हो गया, दैट एरिया हैज बीन नाउ that entire corridor from Neral, Karjat, all that side also is come under MMRDA, and it is come into MMR region. So all that area will eventually develop.
ओके, तो अच्छा लग रहा है आपसे पूरा मार्केट जानने में, समझने के लिए। अगर हम आज से नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स का प्लान देखें, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स ललानी ग्रुप इज कमिंग इनटू राइट नाउ?
So we are still doing a lot of projects in the suburbs.
Okay.
We are coming with a commercial project in Ville Parle, which we are starting very soon. We have a couple of projects coming up, one in Jogeshwari, one in Goregaon. We already have a project in Andheri East. So these are our primary markets. Also at the same time, we are also looking at the affordable housing sector. So Karjat, we've got some land where we plan to do plotting. We're also looking at doing mid-income homes in Karjat. They can double up as a second home or a first home for the local people around there. So these are our primary markets. Plus also we look at Pune. If you see Pune, we've done a very nice commercial project, which entire building we sold to, hospital building.
Okay.
So similarly, we have some land bank there which we plan to develop into a residential as well as commercial.
There are aggressive plans in the next 3 years when it comes to development.
Yes.
Okay. तो अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके एंड बहुत सारी कन्वर्जेशन समझने मिली, सीखने मिली, डेवलपर पार्ट एज वेल एज इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड बाय पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. बट अभी बिफोर वी एंड द शो आई हैव अ नाइस रैपिड फायर राउंड which we will begin right now. तो हुसैन भाई, here we begin the rapid fire round. मुंबई का रियल एस्टेट ज़्यादा अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है या लाइफ?
I think life is. Mumbai real estate is quite predictable.
ओके. कभी ऐसा डील किया है जिसको रिग्रेट आज भी होता हो?
Yes, sometimes होता है, but क्योंकि sometimes when you sell a property and then you realize, I very categorically remember a deal where I sold a penthouse to a friend of mine for an X price and just 1.5 year it was 3x.
बहुत बुरा लगा उससे तो. आपका सबसे डेयरिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट मूव क्या था?
I think when we decided to do larger layouts than single building layouts, single buildings, like in Bandra Khar, Santa Cruz, first we were just buying one plot and doing smaller buildings. And then I think consciously we made a decision in 2008 to buy larger layouts. So we
Okay.
bought Pune, Karjat, we did other layouts in Goregaon, Jogeshwari, Andheri. So larger layouts, yes.
ओके. क्लाइंट्स कौन से ज़्यादा स्कैरी होते हैं, जो बजट नहीं बताते या जो इमेजिनेशन ज़्यादा करते
Imagination. Because I think उनका expectation उसकी वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा होता है.
हैं? ओके. रियल एस्टेट का टफेस्ट पार्ट, पेपर वर्क, पेशेंस या पीपल?
I think patience, because I think we have to deal with a lot of issues, and whether it could be any new policies cropping up, even like taking a flag from the customers because he imagined something that was coming up and then something was different. So all these issues put together, I think a developer needs to have a lot of patience.
ओके. पार्किंग क्राइसिस इन मुंबई, इसका रियल सोल्यूशन क्या है?
Very difficult to answer that because I don't think there's a solution, because I think we are already developing quite a lot in Mumbai. Roads are still narrower, and I
Yes.
think the only thing that can help is if for some way the BMC or the government was able to increase the pavement size and get people to either walk to work or better infrastructure in terms of this metro. Let's hope that works out. But if, like how in other countries you go, like whether it's Amsterdam or other cities, you'd love to walk because the pavements are large, they are very even, and you can walk to work and you enjoy walking. You generally walk 15 to 20 kilometers every day, but यहाँ पे it's very difficult to do that. So if we are
Okay.
able to encourage that, yes.
ओके. इफ नॉट रियल एस्टेट, देन विच इंडस्ट्री यू वुड बी इन?
I think I'd still stick to my finance, and I think work there for a little bit, and I think eventually I would have gotten into real estate abroad.
ओके. सो दिस इज द लास्ट वन. बेस्ट एडवाइस फॉर बिगनर्स you would give them who wants to invest in real estate?
I think eventually real estate does hold a lot of value and creates an asset for you. So I think any new beginner who has a good stable income and job, instead of renting it out, they should look at an apartment in which they can pay EMI. So at least part of their home is paid off there, rather than going into the rental, which is actually just not. It just basically rental is going to go waste, right, at the end of the day. But if you paid for an EMI, at least you're creating some value into it.
Okay. तो सर, here we end the rapid fire round. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे आज बात करके, and thank you for being my guest on Spotlight with
Thank you so much, Chirag. I also had a very wonderful time. I think I was very nervous when I started off. You
Yes.
know how I've told you this before, but thank you for making me comfortable, and I also enjoyed my time with you.
चलो, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
आई होप आपको ये एपिसोड बहुत अच्छा लगा होगा. अगर आपने नया कुछ सीखा, नया कुछ समझा, तो ये एपिसोड को लाइक करें, कमेंट करें और सब्सक्राइब करें टू माय चैनल. वैसे भी और नए गेस्ट, नए दोस्त आते रहेंगे. ऑल्सो नॉट टू फॉरगेट, दिस एपिसोड इज पावर्ड बाय कल्पतरू डोर्स एंड प्लाईवुड, इंडियाज नंबर 1 डोर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ब्रांड. Your Chirag Lucky Sarani takes a sign off.